Welcome back to Coin Value Pro. Today, we're diving deep into a fascinating and potentially lucrative topic, the 1974 Mint Mark Lincoln penny. You might have one of these rare coins sitting in your pocket or collection right now, and it could be worth a staggering $1.8 million. Yes, you heard that right. In this video, we'll explore the history behind this iconic coin, what makes it so valuable, and how you can determine if you have one of these rare gems. So, grab your magnifying glass, and let's get started. First, let's set the stage by discussing the historical context of the Lincoln penny. The Lincoln penny, also known as the 1-cent coin, was first issued in 1909 to honor President Abraham Lincoln on the 100th anniversary of his birth. This coin was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person, breaking the tradition of using symbols. By 1974, the Lincoln penny was a familiar sight in American pockets. The design had gone through various changes, but the obverse featured Lincoln's profile, while the reverse displayed the iconic wheat ears, later replaced by the Lincoln Memorial in 1959. In 1974, the U.S. Mint produced coins at 3 locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The D mint mark indicates that the coin was minted in Denver. This particular year saw a significant production of Lincoln pennies due to the high demand for coinage, as more people were using cash transactions during this period. The total production of the 1974 penny was over 4 billion coins. However, among these, a few special errors and variations occurred, leading to some pieces being extraordinarily valuable. Now, let's talk about the rarity that drives the value of the 1974 penny. The majority of the 1974 pennies are common and only worth face value, around 1 cent. However, there is a rare variety known as the 1974 double die obverse that has collectors scrambling. The double die error occurs when a coin is struck twice by the dies, leading to a noticeable doubling effect on the letters and date. In the case of the 1974 penny, you'll notice that the word Liberty and the date 1974 have a distinct doubling, making it stand out. This variety is rare, with only a few known examples existing today, making it highly sought after by collectors. Now, let's address the million-dollar question: how much is the 1974 double die obverse penny worth? As of now, recent sales have shown prices reaching upwards of $1.8 million for top-quality specimens graded by professional grading services. In 2007, one such penny sold for an astonishing $1.7 million at auction, highlighting just how significant this coin can be in the collector's market. However, not all 1974 pennies are created equal. If you think you might have one of these rare varieties, it's essential to get it graded by a professional service. Coins in lower grades may sell for a few $100s, while higher graded examples can fetch thousands. Alright, so how can you identify whether you have this valuable coin? Here are a few steps. Look for the D mint mark on the reverse side of the coin, just below the 1 cent inscription. Use a magnifying glass to inspect the lettering on the obverse side. Pay special attention to the word Liberty and the date. If you see a noticeable doubling, you might have a winner. If you think you have a 1974 double die, take it to a reputable coin dealer or send it to a grading service like PCGS or NGC for professional authentication. For all you aspiring coin collectors out there, here are some tips. Knowledge is power in the world of coin collecting. Invest time in learning about various coins, their history, and how to spot valuable errors. Connect with fellow collectors through online forums or local coin clubs. They can provide invaluable insights and may even help you identify potential treasures in your collection. Always store your coins in protective holders to prevent damage and preserve their value. Avoid touching the surface of the coins, as oils from your skin can lead to corrosion over time. In conclusion, the 1974 Mint Mark Lincoln penny is more than just a piece of change. It represents a fascinating part of American history and a potential treasure for collectors. While most of these pennies are worth just a cent, the rare double die variety can fetch astronomical prices on the market. We're diving into the mysterious world of rare pennies, why this 1994 mint mark coin has skyrocketed in value, and how you can identify one. So, make sure to watch till the end because this information might just make you a millionaire. Before we get into why this penny is worth such a ridiculous amount, let's talk a little bit about the history of the Lincoln penny. Introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, the Lincoln cent has been a staple in American currency ever since. Designed by Victor David Brenner, this iconic penny features the bust of President Lincoln on the front and, from 1959 onwards, the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. Now, even though these pennies are produced in the billions, some rare variations or errors can make certain pennies highly collectible. And that's exactly what brings us to the 1994 penny that has been turning heads in the coin collecting community. Now, you're probably asking, why in the world is a 1994 penny selling for $1.7 million? That's a staggering amount for a coin that most people wouldn't think twice about. Well, the story goes deeper than just being an ordinary coin. Some rare pennies have achieved this legendary value due to a combination of their condition, errors, or unique characteristics. His particular 1994 penny isn't just any old coin, it has a minting error, and collectors are always on the hunt for errors. The D mint mark means the penny was produced in Denver. Mint marks alone can often increase a coin's value, but this particular coin likely has a striking error or some sort of anomaly that sets it apart from others. But the specifics of what makes this coin worth $1.7 million are still shrouded in some mystery. Whether it's a highly rare minting mistake, an extremely low population of high-grade specimens, or a combination of both, the fact remains that one lucky collector stumbled upon this extraordinary penny, and it has become the talk of the coin collecting world. For those new to coin collecting, mint errors can happen in various ways during the minting process, and they add a lot of value to a coin. Some of the most sought-after errors include double die errors, where the image or text is struck twice, causing a visible doubling effect. Other errors include off-center strikes, missing or weak mint marks, die breaks, or even planchet errors, where the metal disc the coin is struck on has imperfections. Mistakes like these are usually caught by the mint and discarded before they reach the public. But on rare occasions, a small number slip through the cracks, making them highly valuable to collectors. That's why a 1994 penny with a significant mint error can be worth millions. So, how can you tell if you're sitting on a treasure chest without knowing it? Well, first things first, check your change. Look for any 1994 pennies, and then specifically check for that D mint mark, which indicates it was minted in Denver. You can find this tiny D right below the date on the front of the penny. Next, you'll want to examine the coin carefully for any visible errors or anomalies. You may want to use a magnifying glass or a coin loop to check for signs of doubling, off-center strikes, or other inconsistencies. If your penny looks like it might be an error coin, it's worth getting it professionally graded by a reputable company like PCGS or NGC. These companies can verify the authenticity and condition of your coin, which will determine its market value. Remember, condition is key. The highest values are for pennies in uncirculated or mint state condition, meaning the coin looks as fresh as the day it was minted. Now, let's talk about the value. The coin that fetched $1.7 million is an exceptional case, likely due to a combination of a perfect mint error and immaculate condition. However, even a 1994 penny in lesser but still excellent condition can be worth far more than its face value. According to recent sales, some 1994 pennies in high grades have sold for hundreds or even thousands of dollars. While $1.7 million is an outlier, the potential for profit on any well-preserved or error penny is real. Prices are dictated by market demand, rarity, and the overall condition of the coin. If you think you have a valuable 1994 penny or any rare penny for that matter, what's the next step? First, make sure your coin is graded by a professional grading service. This will ensure that potential buyers know exactly what they're getting, which can significantly increase the value of your penny. Once graded, you can sell your penny through auction houses, online marketplaces like eBay, or even through specialized coin dealers. Keep in mind that auction houses often deal with rare coins that can fetch higher prices, but they do take a percentage of your sale. Selling to a dealer may be quicker, but they might offer less since they need to make a profit on the resale. So, could you be sitting on $1 million penny? It's possible. While the $1.7 million 1994 D penny is an extreme case, it shows just how valuable these tiny coins can be. The key is finding one in pristine condition or with a rare minting error. Always keep an eye on your pocket change, you never know when you might strike it rich. We're taking a closer look at one of the most surprising treasures in the world of modern coin collecting, a 2006 D Lincoln penny that's making headlines for its jaw-dropping value of $1.50 million. That's right, this seemingly ordinary 1-cent coin, which you could have had in your pocket back in 2006, is now worth a staggering fortune. But how did this humble penny achieve such incredible worth? And more importantly, could you have one sitting unnoticed in your collection? Before we dive into why this specific penny is worth so much today, let's first look at the background and history of the 2006 D Lincoln penny. The Lincoln cent has a rich history that began in 1909, celebrating the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. The design by Victor David Brenner was revolutionary, being the first U.S. coin to feature a real historical figure, President Lincoln himself. On the reverse side, until 1959, you had the classic wheat ears design, but since then, the Lincoln Memorial has adorned the back, symbolizing one of America's most iconic monuments. Now, in 2006, the Denver Mint produced millions of these pennies, and most of them ended up in circulation just like any other penny you might find in your pocket change. The D Mint mark, located just below the date, signifies that it was struck in Denver, Colorado. For most people, this penny is just a typical coin, but for collectors, there is something incredibly unique about a particular 2006 D penny. So, what makes this one penny worth more than $1 million? Is it an error? A rare material? Well, it's a bit of everything combined with scarcity. This specific 2006 D Lincoln penny is considered a mint state coin, which means it's in pristine condition, as if it were never circulated. But that's not all. Experts believe that this penny may have a rare minting error or flaw that went unnoticed for years. These errors are what drive collectors to pay astronomical prices. Mint errors are a huge deal in the coin world. Whether it's double strikes, off-center coins, or wrong metals being used, these little quirks can make a huge difference. And for the 2006 D penny in question, it's suspected that this penny has an ultra-rare misstrike that makes it a one-of-a-kind piece, which has caught the eye of serious collectors worldwide. So, how do you know if you have a penny that's worth millions? Here are a few tips for identifying rare and valuable coins. The value of coins is highly dependent on their condition. Coins that haven't been circulated, known as mint state or uncirculated coins, are the most valuable. Look for a penny that has no scratches, no wear, and still has its shiny luster. Pay close attention to the details. Look for unusual features like double strikes, off-center designs, or any oddities in the engraving. While the D Mint mark itself doesn't make the penny valuable, it's important to know that this particular high-value penny was minted in Denver. So, keep an eye out for that D. According to recent reports, this one specific 2006 D penny has been valued at an astounding $1.5 million. That's right, a single penny that might have cost you a soda back in 2006 is now worth more than most houses. But why the sudden spike in value? Well, for one, the scarcity of this mint error coin means that collectors are willing to pay top dollar for it. On top of that, the coin's condition is exceptional, making it even rarer. And as more collectors enter the market looking for unique and rare pieces, demand drives the price higher. Now, if you're lucky enough to have a rare 2006 D penny or any valuable coin, how do you sell it? Here's what you need to know. First off, you need to get your coin authenticated by a professional grading service, like PCGS or NGC. These services will give your coin an official grade, which is essential for determining its value. Next, you can list it on high-end auction sites, like Heritage Auctions or Stax Bowers, where serious coin collectors often look for treasures like this one. So, could you have a $1.5 million penny lying around in your collection? It's possible, but incredibly rare. Most 2006 D pennies in circulation today are only worth face value, or slightly more if they're in really good condition. But it never hurts to check. Take a close look at your coins, especially if they're uncirculated or appear to have any kind of minting errors. You never know when you might stumble upon a hidden treasure. And there you have it, the incredible story of the 2006 D Lincoln penny that's worth $1.5 million. It just goes to show that even the most ordinary things can turn into extraordinary treasures. So, next time you're digging through your change, keep an eye out. You might just be holding on to a small fortune. Thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed this video and want more content like this, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more coin collecting tips and fascinating stories from the world of numismatics. Let me know in the comments if you've ever found a rare coin, and what you did with it. Until next time, happy collecting.